first question's from 𝗄𝗶𝘁𝗵, who asks, do I have a favourite singer from India? I don't. Probably I only really know Shah Rukh Khan and Preeti Zinta, but they're more actors than singers, aren't they? But I suppose they do a bit of singing, so I'd say one of them, I think. Also, who's my best friend in the Rajasthan Royals team, from 𝗄𝗶𝘁𝗵 as well. I think the Kiwi boys are obviously hanging out a fair bit over here, which is to be expected, but I'll probably go out of the box and say 𝗬𝗓𝗄𝗏 𝗖𝗏 has been hanging around us quite a bit. Joins us in our coffee club and whatnot. So yeah, I'd say he's the best friend outside of the other Kiwi boys. Rahul asks 𝗶𝗏 or 𝗄𝗏, who's the better dancer? I'm gonna say, considering I haven't seen 𝗂𝗎𝗏 𝗄𝗏 dance a single step since we got here, and Rian dances every time he takes a catch, I'd have to say Rian, definitely. JP asked, tell us more about Rian Parag's shot that just passed your face in the practice session. Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen that video online, obviously Rian hit one back at me pretty quick and came pretty close to killing me. So yeah, that was obviously a split second of terror, but managed to get out of the way and live to fight another day. So I haven't bowled Yorkers to him in the nets again since. I've sort of just gone slow balls into the wicket and into the hip to try and get him off strike. I'm not going to risk another one getting hit back at me, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. Cricket Geek asks, what do you like the most about India? No, I just think it's the passion around the game. Obviously the crowds we had last year at the IPL with very limited crowds in Dubai and the UAE, so it's just nice to get back in front of big crowds again. You know, a bit of pressure, a bit of atmosphere in the games, and certainly helps the guys get up for it. Harsh Sharma asks, 2 ex-Royals who you wish you'd played alongside and shared a dressing room. Obviously Warnie is the first one that comes to mind. The other guys, I always like having a big nasty fasty in the team to sledge other people about, so I'd probably say Shaun Tate as well would be the other one I'd have. I'd quite like to bowl a few overs after he's just finished his one and the batsmen are still scared. Bawana asks, what is the one interesting aspect about Rajasthan Royals franchise you've found in the last few weeks? And I think it's a bit of a cliche, but you know, it is a really tight-knit group. Obviously having been around the IPL a bit, I've sort of more often joined other teams that were already established, and I suppose the different thing for me this season has been coming out of a big auction and having everyone fresh, everyone new. It's been a great chance to really form a really close bond with everyone and get the team spirit going really well. So although it's mostly Joss and 𝗂𝗎𝗏 on the field, the rest of us are having a good time off it as well. 𝗂𝗶𝘁𝗏𝗏 asks, do you plan on being a commentator or a presenter after your cricketing days? Maybe. I think cricket's obviously a very time-intensive occupation. A lot of time spent away from home and away from family and friends in New Zealand. So I think when I retire, I'll probably want to be home for a bit, and then see what happens after a couple of years. What I feel like doing after that. Piyush asked, what was the idea behind your suggestion to Bolt to go run the wicket to KL? And don't you think you deserved a Man of the Match award for that suggestion? Yeah, we were just talking at breakfast, and obviously we've played KL quite a lot. Trent hasn't had the most success against him, and we were just talking about it at breakfast, and it was more of a what have you got to lose kind of suggestion, where I said, why don't you just show him something different, come around the wicket, try and at least make him think he's got something different happening. And I certainly don't deserve the Man of the Match award for it, because Trent obviously had to bowl it, so he gets much more credit for that. It's 95-5 to Trent for that. And that's all our questions for today. So thank you for writing in with your Rajasthan Royals questions, and I'll see you next time.